Hello, everybody. My name is Heidi Burkemper, and I'm coming to you from Aspen, Colorado. I'm so excited today to really focus in and drill down on our Getting Started checklist. And, one of the most important things when getting someone started in this business is if they end up, joining you in your business, they're going to do the exact same thing you did with them to the people they brought in. Okay, that's just how it works. I mean, think of, when we're bringing up children, it's like, it doesn't matter what we say, it matters what we do. That is what duplicates. That is what people pick up on, and they do the same. And there's so many things that, I was brought in 6 years ago by Lynn Hagedorn, and there's so many things that she did with me that just, it was her actions that she brought me in with and her direction that she brought me in with, much more so than anything I've ever listened to or trained on that I've duplicated. So we want to really duplicate an efficient and effective and powerful process. And so our team hub, our team website is theisadreamteam.com. And one of the things when we get someone started, guys, is Isagenix has better tools and better training than any other company I've ever seen. It's just wonderful. The tool, better than any other Fortune 500 company I've ever seen. So we've got isagenixbusiness.com, and it's an excellent tool. But and we were talking about this last night on our Sunday Grow Pro call. One of the most important things I've found in this business is when you bring someone in, you're locking arms with them and you're bringing them into a community, a culture, a team. And so, Isagenix is the umbrella and it's the foundation, but we need to really bring people into our specific network and our specific Facebook pages so that we can create that community and people will stay and hot coals stick together. So for everyone listening, this is housed on the isadreamteam.com, the Getting Started checklist, and you'll see it on the menu, really the first thing, okay, Getting Started checklist. And we are going to go ahead and click on that. And we house everything on Evernote, which is my favorite thing to do because those of you who work closely with me know that I'm constantly sending you Evernotes because I can text it easily and you can pull it up easily. And it's just a really, and you can view it and look at it offline and you can share it with other people. So this is just, something we use as a team. But here's our Getting Started checklist. Okay, so the first thing, and I actually, when I'm starting someone brand new, I will take them to this, okay, and I will show them, I love to meet, tell someone and they'll forget, show someone and they may remember, but involve someone and they understand. So I really like this to be an interactive thing where if I'm on the phone with somebody or on Zoom with somebody and I'm training them, I say, you know what, let's go here and you're going to go to the isadreamteam.com and click on the Getting Started checklist. Okay, and they can always come back here after the call. So the first thing is stay connected to the team. That's exactly what I said, right? It's really important to stay connected to the company as well, but I can't imagine anybody on this call disagreeing that being part of this amazing culture and community it's just so much fun. It's so rewarding. It's so wonderful to support each other through the challenging times and lift each other up with our rope team, pull each other up, push each other up. And that's what this is all about. So the first thing I want to explain to you is, again, this is designed to be scalable. So you're going, and you may not see it now if you're brand new or, in the business for just 6 months or a year or whatever, but you're going to have people in your organization, guys. And I have a couple people right now on here that I'm looking at and thinking, here they are. There's a couple people right here that you're not going to enroll them. The person you enrolled isn't going to enroll them. The person they enrolled isn't going to, as your business grows and the two legs, the two branches, these two become, like a little forest and then a huge jungle, and you have all these people in your organization, you're going to be reaching out and reaching down and finding people in your organization who other people have enrolled who are just product users or haven't stuck with it or whatever. And you need to bring those people into this culture and community. When I look at the best, most successful teams within Lisa and Lynn's organization, it's really amazing to look at and see, like Danielle's team, the ISA Dream team, the Boston team with Jen Rothbard and Laura Cohen, and hot coals stick together and we learn from each other. So I just want to mention how important that is. So we have, and this is review for many of you, but we have 3 Isagenix Facebook pages. And these are great ways for us to stay connected. Now let me kind of diffuse any confusion, because, oh my God, 3 pages, that's so much. It's not. They're very specific. We have Real People, Real Results, which is our prospecting page, or what I like to call our virtual store. Okay? And that is used, as we go through the 5 steps and we're showing people how to work the 5 steps and duplicate in their business, and they're bringing people on, we as leaders need to show people when and how to use that prospecting page, when and how to use this product support page, and when and how to use this business support page and community. So we have 1, the virtual store, and that's it's basically a container, if you will, for people who have not yet enrolled, who have not made a decision as to whether to open a wholesale account with Isagenix. And guys, a lot of things are timing, right? So I've certainly had people who I've introduced to Isagenix 3 or 4 years ago, okay? And, I don't want to keep bugging them with texts and emails, and I use that container, our prospecting page, to bring them into our community. It's not just me, it's bigger than me, and they can continue to check out, all the amazing science and all the amazing facts about Isagenix. When a prospect converts to a preferred client, which every single person we bring into our business does, they start out as a preferred client, right? With our Customer First program, it used to be they started off as an associate. They had to give their social security number, etc. That's no longer. This is a very product-based company. And if you're like me, most often people end up joining the business. This is an escalation of experiences. They start off as a prospect, they come in as a product user or customer, and then they have an amazing product experience, and they organically can't help but share our amazing products and want to be part of our business community and want to share these products. So when a customer converts from a prospect to a customer, a wholesale client, we put them into the next container, which is, for our team, Fresh Start, our VIP product support and coaching page. That's a place for them to ask for help, share their challenges, share their wins, and engage with our incredible community. Okay, so we follow up with all of these people, okay? And then many times a product user, and who's your best chance of becoming a business partner? It's it's the person in your organization that's had an amazing product experience, right? And, I'm just going to mention Liz O'Keefe. Like, she watched me for years. She finally became a product user. She had such a life transformational experience with our products that I reached out to her, and on several occasions invited her to be part of this business community, invited her into partnership, explained to her, this is probably a lot different of business than you might imagine. It's amazing. You would be so incredible at this. You would help so many people. I invited her to go to an Isagenix university. She went. And the rest is history, guys. So anyway, prospecting page, product support page, and business support page. And for our team, it's the ISA Dream Team Facebook page. There's many. There's Lynn's, there's Lisa's. Keep it simple at first. I will put people into team evolution and success once. You don't want to overwhelm anyone, but be very clear about what these pages are in your own head, so you can, prior to putting someone in these pages, ask them permission to add them, and explain exactly what that page is all about and why you're putting them in there. Okay, now you also want to introduce your new business partner as you're getting them started to the ISA Dream Team calendar. Guys, this is, our calendar is our life, right? And so this is great. At the top, we have our current in green company promotions. And what's great is you can actually click here instead of looking all over Facebook and how do you do it? What's it all about? If you click on the current promotions, you're going to find all the details on how to qualify for these massive promotions. So, and the Rapid Crystal Reset, is every day. This is our current promotion, and it explains, where the deadlines are. If you click here, you're going to find all of the information on how to participate for that particular promotion. Cool? Okay, so, and I'm on Monday right now, but then right now we have a little Spring Sizzle Challenge group. What we do is, in addition to Fresh Start, we will have different unique challenges throughout the year. We'll have a bedtime belly buster, which we're starting. We have the Spring Sizzle Challenge. And, it's up to us to invite our new product users or, those on or use these challenges as prospecting tools to help enroll new people too. So, when you click on that, guys, you find everything. Here is the, today's a group cleanse day. So here's all the information on that. Here is our March to Freedom call. This is the call that we're doing right now. We're not going to be doing this every Monday. I have to switch this a little bit up because I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks. But the March to Freedom call, this is for everything, right? This is, you're going to find the recording after each and every, like for example, after this, here we are. See, it's 23, it's April 23rd today, and the current day is red. After this call, by the end of the day, you're going to be able to click on here, and instead of showing how to participate in this live call, after this call, we'll go back to last week, you're going to find the recording for this call. So you can review it or share it with those, that on your team that need to hear it. And the purple events are company sponsored trainings. So we have like the consultant training and the step up to manager. Again, if you click on them, you're going to find everything you need to participate. Okay, here's some St. Louis events. So everything here you're going to be able to find. So our calendar is something that you really want to spend a couple minutes to explain people or share this recording with them to explain how to utilize that calendar. Okay, the next thing is, when you're bringing someone into this business, they're going to want to know how to get paid. Okay, Lynn Hagedorn's ICE account plan training is incredible. The verbiage, I've listened to it a dozen times and I get something out of it every single time. And guys, guess what? We're all under, the umbrella and the amazing team of Lynn Hagedorn and Michael Klaus. Use that because when I'm bringing someone into my organization, I want them to know that, you know what, you're with an amazing company. You're also on an incredible team. We're connected with the #1 income earners and arguably the best, most sought after trainers in our industry. We're connected with them. Meet Lynn. Here she is. They're going to feel like they know Lynn. Lynn's so down to earth. So, we could send them Jim Coover's training. There's lots of other trainings out there, but this to me it's a rock solid compensation plan training. But in addition to that, guys, they get to meet Lynn. Okay, the next thing is, and you know what? This to me, the Super Saturday virtual training overview of the 5-step system, this is something that, they may want to do, but don't, I always encourage the people that I bring into, don't sit on the sidelines and listen to this 20 times. Get into activity. Post your first Facebook post if you're on Facebook, okay? And you know what, guys? Work with the person that is mentoring you in creating that Facebook post. I know Kimberly is on the call and, she had such a great first Facebook post to kind of launch her business. And she, each post has some of the same things about it, if you will, but also it needs to be authentic to the person that's launching their business. So, you click on that and this gives, great information on how to create that. Oh, this is hers. Yes, I have Kimberly's. As a retired hairstylist and salon owner, I love having people walk out of my salon feeling and looking amazing, feeling and looking good from the inside out. Takes my passion for helping others to greater depth. See, she's bringing herself and her backstory into this first Facebook post. And it doesn't matter, guys, if she did have quite a few people who are like, oh, I want to hear more. I want to hear more. But even if there's crickets, even if no one says anything or you get a few likes, it's the first social media kind of, look into what you're doing. You're bringing that out on social media. Okay, the board of directors training call. This is how I started my business. And, I just think it's the most effective and efficient for so many reasons. And if you listen to it, I explain why. I mean, and I've said this a million times, but make a decision. That's the first thing that it says. Decide and commit. And, then decide to be on an awareness campaign and reach out first to the people that you'd most love to be on your team and let them know why and let them know where you're going and cast that vision of, I've partnered with a multi-billion-dollar company and it's so relevant in today's economy. And I'm using this as a vehicle to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain. And I thought of you because. And then we go right into our system. Would you be open to listening to a 20-minute Discover Isagenix video and then scheduling a follow-up call right after you listen to it so I can get your feedback? It may or may not be a fit for you. You guys, that's what we say all day long. Get used to it, get bored with it, let it roll off your tongue. And then, identify your board of directors. I'm constantly 6 years later identifying my board of directors. Okay, constantly. You meet people and go, wow, they've got what it takes. Wow, they're the person that would really, they're somebody that would be amazing at this. Okay, and then print out the tracking sheet. You guys, this to me, if you don't have 10 of these printed out, okay, and you don't have the names on here, tracking's everything. And, you know, again, I always go back to it takes 5 to 14 exposures typically for people to say yes. And so print out 10 of these, and, you know, every week, you know, add the week, the date at the top. Who'd you contact? Follow back up with them. You know, add the people that are still, you know, you haven't gotten a yes or no to your next week's tracking sheet. And, you know, start off with 3 or 5, and you're going to start gaining momentum. But the point is to reach out to 3 to 5 people per week. And guys, you know, in our system, we keep it pretty simple and easy. Reach out to 3 to 5 people a week. If more, great. If less, do more the next week. Consistently, because people are going to drop out. Some people are going to run, but the key is you want to find those people. You want to find your kick-ass team. They're out there. You're looking for the people that are looking for you, and you are going to just continually, you know, keep track of who you've contacted, who you've followed up with, and your end goal is to really introduce Isagenix in the right way, okay? In the right way with our system to every single person you know and get a yes or no. There's so many people still that I haven't gotten a yes or no from. They're still on my follow-up list. Okay, call your board of directors, and you guys, this is all laid out. I don't, you know, want to belabor this, but I really want to encourage you to do the, you know, step 1 has to be done alone. We're asking you to do the hardest thing we'll ever ask you to do in this business first. And the next steps, at least for your first 5 enrollments, you should be locking arms with your mentor, with your coach. If you're serious about this, find someone that wants what you have and lock arms with them, okay, and follow this system. Okay, so next, you know, your board of directors, maybe all of them say no. I doubt it, but maybe you get 10 no's. And don't get discouraged, because some of those people will come back, and you know where you're going, and you're in it to win it, and you're not going to let anything deter you. Nothing. There's too many 6-figure and 7-figure income earners in this company to deny that this business works. And we have the best science in the world and the most distributor friendly compensation plan. Next, you're going to go to the contact list, okay? And you're still, remember, use those tracking sheets, but you're going to use this as your template to add people each week to those tracking lists, to transfer people to your tracking sheet. Okay, this in and of itself is somewhat of a tracking sheet. So, but you know, who do you know? Who do you know? That, and you know, get good also at asking people, you know, even if it's not a fit for them, who do they know? So every single interaction, if you do it right and very elegantly, it's like, all I'm asking is you take 20 minutes to understand what I'm doing, because I'm so passionate. I'm on an awareness campaign. Even if it's not a fit for you, you're gonna find the information so compelling. I need to get the word out. You know, in the follow-up call, if it's not for them, that's okay. Thank you so much for listening and becoming educated on what I do and why. If you know of anyone I can help, please keep me in mind. I promise I will provide white glove service. Okay, so now we're into your board, okay, the invitation. And guys, this is great, the overview with Paul. You know, the only thing people need to know when they're getting started is how to invite, because you're going to lock arms with them and show them. Once they have a yes, once they have, you know, a live one, if you will, then, you know, there's clear instructions and language to bring your mentor into the call with you. Okay. So here are, you know, choose the appropriate way to invite. Okay. Choose the appropriate invite script or the language according to who you're talking to. So for your board of directors, use this language. For your warm market, use this language. For people, you know, for some of you who've been in the business for a while or, you know, kind of dabbled in it, got away from it, the timing's right now, and you realize, wow, I'm not going to let this ship leave the dock without me. They're re-engaging. Then here's some circling back language. Here's a Facebook or text message. Guys, copy, paste, customize. You can do 20 of these in 15 minutes. Okay? Throw it out there. Here's cold market, and we are working on target markets. You know, medical doctors, yoga studios. We've got some information on how to prospect and invite personal trainers and gym owners. But really, it's all about the invitation. That's all anyone really needs to know to get started. And then once they say agree, yeah, I would love to, you're going to schedule the follow-up call, and you're going to send the Discover Isagenix video. You guys, this is so important. You don't just, when someone says, hey, I'm ready to get started, or I'm sorry, when someone says, yes, I agree to listening to the 20-minute video, I'm, you know, and hearing about what you do, you don't just send them the video, not without scheduling the follow-up call. You want to schedule the follow-up call and say, okay, great. I am going to send you the Discover Isagenix video right prior to our call, so it's fresh in your mind. And any questions you have, we can address. I want it to be fresh in your mind. So once 20 minutes, you can listen to it and schedule the follow-up call, which will take 10 to 15 minutes. So you're asking for like 35 minutes of their time. And then you ask them, you schedule the follow-up call, and you ask them, so what resonates most with you? We have different solutions. We have a wealth creation solution with this company. Might be premature, probably is, to even chat about that yet. We have a weight loss solution. We have a healthy aging solution. We have an athletic performance solution. Which resonates most with you? Because I want to send you the Discover Isagenix video that will most resonate with the needs that you're looking to, or the goals that you're looking to achieve. And they say weight loss. Choose Liz's. Guys, the Discover Isagenix videos are exactly the same, the content. The only difference between these 4 videos is the front end of it, where Jan focuses mainly on the business, where Liz focuses on her journey with her weight loss journey, where I focus on healthy aging, and where Paul focuses on athletic performance. Okay, the content's the same. There's also Go Take a Look, and I want to continue to see, you know, who's having better luck with Go Take a Look, who's having better luck with Discover Isagenix video, Discover Isagenix. The consensus has basically been more people using this. Discover Isagenix videos have been working better than the Go Take a Look, because after watching Go Take a Look, we found that most people don't dig any further than the first video. And even if they do watch the second video, they're not prepared and ready, and it's not compelling enough, the information. They don't know enough to say, okay, I'm ready to get started. So that's what I've found. Okay, so you send them this. This is all paint by number, guys. And then again, you know, the 5 steps, this is just getting started. You're going to go through the next steps with, you know, locking arms with your coach and mentor. When people get started, I highly encourage them to listen to, again, Getting to Know Lynn, Build Your Mindset, because she talks about and really proactively handles the objections and really sets people's mind up for staying the course. These are amazing. If you haven't listened to them, and you want to really recharge and restart your business, or you're just starting, please listen to these while you're folding laundry, while you're on, taking a hike. Listen to these. This is healthy stuff for your brain. Okay, last but not least, attend the Isagenix events. Somebody that I absolutely love and admire in this business, Janie Elo, she says, you must be corporate trained. You must be corporate trained. My personal, I believe the Isagenix University is probably the best first exposure. Okay. NYKO is amazing. I guess it depends on people's personalities. Celebration is a lot. It's overwhelming. It's a lot of intensity, but oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's amazing. The point is, get to an event. And guys, as we're expanding, make sure that you understand how to navigate through the event section. And you know what? If you're in, for example, if you're launching someone who's in Denver, Colorado, do a search. Denver, here's what comes up. If you're launching someone in Los Angeles, do a search. What's going on in Los Angeles? Dang it, nothing. Really, there's great information here. And, know and become familiar with the 4 core events. Okay, so these events are Celebration, New Year's Kickoff, Isagenix University, and University in Action. Okay, so here are all the events, and that concludes our Getting Started checklist. And, in conclusion, when we're getting someone started, we've just asked them to do the most difficult thing they'll ever have to do in this business. It's true. Picking up the phone and effectively and powerfully inviting those you choose as your board of directors is going to be scary. Do it anyway. You want your life to change? You want to transform other people's lives? Do it anyway. They deserve to have the option of learning about our solutions. And please trust the process. There are people searching for us. Please remember that it takes 5 to 14 exposures. Know where you're going. The ones that aren't ready for now, bless and release. I just had somebody send back a value pack. It happens to the best of us. This is not right for everyone, but even though I believe everyone could benefit from our nutrition, some people aren't going to do it, and that's okay. Our job is just to get the word out. I beg myself, because it's easier to sit behind a computer and work with your existing team. There's a place for that, absolutely, but 80% of our time should be spent prospecting, adding new lifeblood. Prospecting is the lifeblood of our business. Don't spend weeks and weeks getting ready to get ready. At some point in your life, make a decision and say, I'm ready, I'm going to go. I'm going to blow this freaking thing out. I'm going to call so many people, invite so many people. I don't care. I'm going to invite 100 and maybe only 5 will get back to me, and that's okay, because I'm going to be working with those 5. And those 5 are going to call 100, and they're going to find 5. It's a sifting and sorting process. Lock arms with your mentor until you've enrolled at least 5 people. I can't stress that enough. And through the process of enrolling them, you're going to learn the rest of the system. And the hardest is step 1. That's the hardest step. The rest is easy. You're going to learn while locking arms with your mentor how to conduct an effective follow-up call with your prospect and discover which solution they're most interested in. You're going to learn how to enroll your customer the correct way. So you're proactively, minimizing the chance that they come in with, 2 canisters of shakes. We proactively eliminate that when we go, step 3 has all the information to really help you to maximize your new customers' goals. And it's not with one product, and it's not with a canister of shakes. You're going to send the welcome email, tee up the orientation call. And guys, the orientation call's key, because that's where you're going to really bring them into our product support community. And that's huge. Okay, so I am going to stop the share and I am going to open it up to everybody on the call and ask questions. Oh wait, one more thing. I addressed this last night on the GrowPro call, but I want to address it again and show you a specific example of what this looks like. And this is an invitation through, there we go. This is an invitation through text. Okay, and again, this is a great way. I don't recommend just doing this with your board of directors. You know, go balls out. The people that know, love, and trust you, that's your lowest hanging fruit. But I just want you guys to understand, I want you to look at this, 411. And she didn't get back to me until Friday, last Friday. But it's Heidi Bergkemper. Hope all is great. This is all in the system, by the way. It's on the getting started checklist under step 1. But I don't know if you're aware of it, but I have a business, and kudos to Jan Killich, by the way, who really nailed this verbiage. I don't know if you're aware of it, but I have a business in the area of health and wellness, specifically high-tech nutrition. It's cutting-edge technology and nutrition that addresses multiple areas, including weight loss, high athletic performance, and healthy aging. This is not just another one of those. Okay, because what are they first thinking? Oh, it's another one of those. That's what I thought. It's not just another one of those. We have 7 published clinical studies and a scientific advisory board comprised of over 50 of the brightest and most highly sought after nutritional biochemists in each of their areas of expertise. I'm laying the groundwork to make Aspen. Where are you guys looking to build? To make Spain, to make Belgium, to make, you know, our future European country that we're going to expand into, to make St. Louis, to make a specific part of St. Louis. Where? You know, where are you doing that? Cast the vision. You know, this is legit, basically, is what this is saying. Hey, I'm with a high-tech nutrition. This is legit. We have studies. We have the best scientists. This is where I am, because nobody's going to follow your experiment, right? I'm laying the groundwork to make Aspen an international hub. So I'm reaching out to you to ask if you'd be willing to watch a 20-minute overview. You're asking them for a favor of just the products and what they address, and then have a quick follow-up call with me to give me your thoughts. There'd be no obligation, just a conversation about it. This is the only way I'm able to get the word out, that these solutions are available. You guys, creating an intrigue. I promise you'll find the information compelling, even if it's not a fit for you personally. They have an out. Sure, send the link. That's the easiest thing for her to say. The easiest thing for me to do would have been to send the link. I didn't. I didn't ask for her, just, you know, her to watch that. I asked that and to schedule a follow-up call to get her feedback. This is crucial, guys. Awesome. When would be a good time? I'd like to send it to you right before we talk. Even if it's not a fit for you, I'm, drilling down on this. I know you'll find the information compelling, and you may know someone who I can help. We're not looking to sell, guys. We're looking to help people. Okay? Wednesday next week between 12 and 3. Okay, guys, did you see this? Do not just throw it out there. You will lose them, and then you'll be chasing. And then your business becomes uncomfortable. And you know what? Be patient. If you send 100 of these out, you will have enough activity going on in your business that you'll afford patience. If you are just like, oh my God, I'm waiting with anxious anticipation for Carolyn to text me back, you're going to be miserable. Don't put yourself through that. You guys, I kind of forgot about her. She was on my tracking sheet though, right? So guys, this was 4/11, and she got back to me on 4/19, 8 days later. I would have followed up back with her this week had I not heard from her, but she actually came through Wednesday next week. Okay, perfect. How about I send you the video at 2 p.m. and then just text me when you've watched it. I'll give you a buzz to get your feedback. Okay, have a great weekend. Can you believe the snow? Always after. Okay, so you guys, this is an appointment. And it was because I valued my time, because I didn't just do the easy thing and send her the link and then chase. I have an appointment with her, and that morning of the call, and of course this is, in our system, of course, this is all in our 5-step system, but I won't just send her the link. That morning I will send her a text and a reminder that says, I'm so looking forward. Again, I so appreciate you agreeing to take a look at, what I'm so passionate about, our nutritional solutions. I will send you the Discover Isagenix video at 2 p.m. and I look forward to receiving your text after you've watched it so that we can have our follow-up call. Okay, see, you're in control of the situation. Okay, so I'm going to shut up, and I want to hear, what you guys are doing. Are people actually inviting 5 people a week? Be truthful. Are you actually not inviting, but getting a yes, I'll listen? Are you actually doing that? Because in any business, if you had 5 appointments a week, you'd be fired. In this business, you can make, there's no glass ceiling on our income, and you can absolutely create a multi-million-dollar international fortune. Are you doing it? Anybody?
Hey, Heidi, this is Lori.
Hi, Lori.
I was doing it, loved the system and jumped in, and then I had some family things take over, and I was taken out of it for 2.5 weeks. So just getting back in this week. So I was rewatching the Discover Isagenix videos this morning that are in our system just to get it back into my head and just get back in the groove. So my plan is to get back to the Monday, Tuesday system and then follow-ups. But it was working. It was working until I was taken out for a little bit. But that's the beauty of the system, is you can just jump right back in.
Thank you for sharing that, because I'm going to be honest, same thing happened to me. Life happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Is anybody else really?
Hi guys, I'll share.
Inga!
I have, and I am now getting people getting back to me that I reached out to maybe 3 weeks ago. So everything that Heidi trains on is absolutely, that's how it goes. Sometimes you get the crickets, and I think it's the patience that we have to build with this. And the consistency to do something. I am now trying to do something daily, and really just, even if it's just little things, even if it's just a Facebook post or talking to a friend at the gym, but I am not necessarily making myself, I'm making it a habit. And I actually had someone get back to me, and this is what happens. You will send the link, and this was great what you just trained on. You schedule that, like send it to them when they tell you after, they can talk to you right after. That's actually brilliant, because I didn't think about that. Because I have had those, send it over. And then they're like, then you follow up a couple days. Oh my gosh, I got so busy, I didn't watch it. And that's what has happened to me with you. But this morning someone got back to me that she doesn't want to do the business part, but she wants to order the products because she has got some baby weight to lose. And then
I love that. So you know what? So that is, I love that you said you were, because that to me also is, again, the easy is send it out.
Right.
But you know what? Don't we want everyone to view us as, they're a professional.
Yes.
They're really a professional. They're,
that I think it's all these little fears that we overcome daily in this business. I went Facebook Live for the first time in my life, like a few days ago. And I didn't talk about the business on the Facebook or in the live video. But I actually talked about training, running and endurance and becoming better at that. And later then I realized that I was actually going up the hill, and it kind of happened naturally. I was nervous as hell. But because I was going up that hill, it looked like I was just out of breath. So, it's these little things. And then you look back at yourself, because I feel like we have all these preconceived fears of people are going to think this or that. And then you look at that and you have 300 views and people cheer you on. And really it's just your stuff in your own head that you kind of prejudge your result. And that's what stops us from doing things. So I'm starting to discover it's just like, don't be weird, just be yourself, have a content, have a message, and do it consistently so that you are not so attached to the result with that person that you reached out to 2-3 weeks ago, because that's what kills this, I feel. When you don't have the response, but then little things happen, like someone was like, oh my God, I love the product. So it's a constant, right? Or what happened to you, that someone returned the box. I mean, those things can bring us down. And it's kind of like, as someone said the other day, maybe it was last week you said on the call, maybe it was you, maybe it was Jen, she said, recruit yourself daily.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And
would you want to enroll with you? Would
right.
you want to enroll with you?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And even this girl, like, I just felt so good, because what that told me is that I wasn't weird, that I wasn't pushy. She said, I don't want to do the business. I sent her a false 20-minute overview. But that made me feel so like, oh my gosh, she totally felt comfortable getting back to me, because I wasn't weird about it. I actually sent her a voice message. I figured out this little thing you download on your computer so that you don't have to press every minute. So when you send the voice message from a computer, you can do it 2 minutes long if you have to. I can
on Facebook?
On Facebook, through Facebook.
Messenger?
Yeah. So you have to download this thing called, it's called, I can share it with you, and then you can share it on Evernote. But it's an extension download from Chrome to your computer, so that when you're sending the voice message, you don't have to do it through, you're still doing it through the voice, through the messenger, but because it is downloaded to your computer, it just records. So I can send a message that is 1.5 minutes long, be totally myself, and not worry about holding the button down. So I've been sending the voice messages from the computer, not sometimes from the phone too, but then I know that I'm in a minute.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, oops.
Oh my God, say something and don't be weird and say the right thing in a minute, right? And it takes a little practice. And so that helped me, because of how relaxed she was and how she relaxed to my message in she answered to my message in such a relaxed manner that told me, this is good. I wasn't weirdo about this. I am sharing something. I'm building this business. I offered the overview. She said, not the business. And that doesn't mean no, never, right? Because she was in the network marketing before. But if we can bring her to the culture of a team and how everything is dialed in later as they like the product, and this is what these huge realizations for me are that it is a daily thing. Or maybe for someone who, I work for myself, so I try to put it into the days for me, but somebody has a full-time job, so it's really hard to schedule to find time, but it is recruiting yourself daily. So that's what I would share. And then I have one other one that I still have to, I just followed up, and I was like, I am circling back because I said I would. And it's just, really, I'm just really starting to be myself and not worry about, oh my gosh, I'm going to be weird or this or that. And when they say no, that's great too.
Yeah.
It's a process, I guess, my message to all of you. It's a process. It's like, I was like, it's nervous for me to even speak to you, and it's 12 of you, and I've seen you like for 4 weeks, every single one of you. It's like, I know you, and I'm still like, right? It really takes a little practice. But after that Facebook post I did one time, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go Facebook Live today. It's like you overcome.
I love it.
Right? You overcome these fears and you become more confident, and you just go back to like just being yourself.
False evidence appearing real. Oh my God, they didn't get back to me. Well, then you find out like they have pneumonia, or, it's so, Inga, thank you so much for sharing. I do want to address some of the messages. Gloria is asking, when you send Liz's Discover Isagenix video, it opens up in the Go Take a Look segment. It does. It's the first video you see, but ultimately the person you send it to has the Go Take a Look option right there, and they can then open 5 more videos to watch. That's okay. You know, because the link does go directly, the reason we used it in the Go Take a Look format, it's so nice, high quality video, which, you know, here's the thing, guys, we don't need to be perfect. Done's better than perfect. And, you know, we have the other 3 videos are on, go straight to just the video, but it's okay. It's okay that Liz's is contained on Go Take a Look too. It's the first thing that people see and it opens up to is what they'll watch. I just don't want them to watch. Well, I don't know. I don't have enough proof yet, but for me, what I've heard from the people I'm personally working with, and for me myself, Go Take a Look during the follow-up call, they still have all these questions. They're not equipped with enough information to say, yeah, I'm ready to go, you know, or they have just a few questions. It's almost like there's just enough information in those 2 first videos to open up a huge amount of questions. And I say this all the time, the most important person in our organization or your organization is not you. It's the brand new person at the very bottom of your leg. That's the most important. And the person at the bottom of your leg isn't equipped to answer all those questions. I can do it. It would work for me. It's maybe working for Lisa. It's maybe working for, but I don't want to put the people that are doing this in the nooks and crannies of their lives while working a full-time job. And I don't want to put those that are brand new into a situation where they're getting bombarded with all these questions, they're not able to answer, and they shut down. So that's what I found. However, like Talisha, I wonder, have you been using Go Take a Look? I'd love to hear from you. I know you're rocking it. Who has been using? I mean, some things work all the time. You know, I mean, sometimes, yeah.
It doesn't have,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
But I was just to go take a look personally.
Oh,
Talisha,
say that again.
yeah, I love it.
You love it. Okay, so tell me.
I think the most important thing that there is on the it's not a capture lead page. They can't put the email in. They have to still come back to you, and I think that is the most important thing. That they have to return to you. They don't put some email information in for someone else's as a lead to go to. It is still your lead because it's just an information page. It's not a lead capture page. So they can look at all those videos. The photos are great. You know, we always say photos are worth a million words, right? So I think I like it personally. So go ahead. I'm going to mute myself.
No, I love Go Take a Look too. I love the information. And I remember, like, but as a first exposure, I feel like it doesn't have enough meat. But Talisha, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I honestly have not used Go Take a Look because I'm so, well, I guess I'm not that new to it. Where I get uncomfortable is talking about it with people face to face. So I've been forcing myself to do that. However, so that's what I threw myself into and just posting information on Facebook. But however, I'm starting to regroup again and try and get focused on one way of doing things because of just this past, I've had a month of weekends full of jam-packed things where I'm interacting with people. However, trying to find a way to work in all the multiple ways of possibly bringing up Isagenix has made it a little bit harder for me to work it in. And now at this point, I just need one way to do it and then kind of stop trying to work it in the conversation and just lead with it. So I'm just trying to get centered now, because I feel like I've wasted a month. I mean, I've talked to lots of people, but it was just like, if they didn't bring up weight loss or they didn't bring up being tired, like, I'm like, oh, how are you feeling? Oh, I feel great. It's like, well, what do I do with that? You know what I'm saying? So now it's just, I want to have focus on one way of doing something and then just kind of go with that and work on more of the confidence of just flat out being, because I believe in the product, but I don't feel like I've been leading that way in the conversation. So I'm trying to get into it and just focusing on how you are going about meeting every Monday. Well, 3 weeks later, we'll be doing that, but where we get serious and structured about how we're doing whatever we're doing, and not putting so much pressure on doing it perfect, but just getting to it. So, but I am really interested in really focusing on getting it done with the Discover Isagenix, because I loved that video the first time I heard it. So it just really cuts out a lot of conversation. It's like, how many more questions will you have after you listen to that? It's really kind of yes or no. So that's what I've been doing lately.
Well, you know what? I really appreciate you saying that. And I think, that has been the biggest hurdle in terms of duplication I've seen, is that there's so much that you can't ever get into a routine with things, and you can't ever perfect things and get really confident, because you're doing this one week and that this week and this another and this another and this another. And the problem with that also is you can't ever really, if you're doing so many different things, you can't drill down and get really good. And if, for example, we found a breakdown in just sending the Discover Isagenix video without scheduling the follow-up appointment. That has been huge, enormous. Now, if I were doing this and that and this and this and that and that and that, I couldn't find breakdowns anywhere. I couldn't find, so I just think the people that are doing this, it's amazing. Like, I think of Louisa Corolla, who enrolled 3 packs last week. And, it's like, if you're doing it, it works. If you actually do it. Kimberly, were you going to say something? And Kimberly's on it.
I was just going to say, and I need to implement scheduling the follow-up call, because I haven't been doing that. And I know I've heard it for the last week or two, and I was still just, I guess, resistant to putting myself out there to do it. But I'm now announcing and saying I am going to dedicate myself to doing that, because I do believe that will help, because I do find myself, following up and not chasing, because I don't want to chase, but I do follow up once or twice just to say, hey, did you have a chance to see the video that I sent you? And then if it's still crickets, I let it go. But what I was going to say is I have had success with using the Go Take a Look. I like the way that it's laid out. I actually have made my own little script of my email that I send to my potential new customers, business partners, that explains what I think each the first video is 12 minutes. This is what you're going to get from it. The second video is 6 minutes. It's from a trainer, yoga instructor, and she actually took it on as a challenge, and I think you'll find it very interesting. And here are the other links that are available on that site. And if you would like, on this page, you can also click on our Discover Isagenix, which is my teammate and girlfriend Liz talking about her own personal weight loss. So I don't know if my people have just been much more open to taking a little extra time, that they will go actually watch Liz's after the other 2. But I think it's kind of a great way to give the option to watch, both sets of videos with Go Take a Look and the Discover Isagenix, if it's a weight loss, of course, that they're interested in. So I like it. I've used both. I have sent, just the Discover Isagenix, depending on what their individual goals are. But I have had success with the Go Take a Look. So I've had success with both, which is great. And I'm looking forward to having more success if I now schedule the follow-up call before I send the video. and take less work from me in follow-up.
Right. Because, if you don't have a follow-up call, you're dead in the water. That's the thing. I mean, you can send them 1,000 videos, but if you don't ever talk to them or have a follow-up call, you're done. So yeah, it is really, and I have to say, I don't think I've given Go Take a Look. It doesn't really matter, and I've said this a lot, like, I feel like it's all really great information. The only thing I found with Go Take a Look, in my experience, is they have a lot of questions, and a lot of times they'll just watch the first one, so it's less complicated, I guess, to just send one video and say, just watch this. And, but I don't know. I'll tell you that Peter Greenlaw, it gives a lot of third-party validation, with the yoga teacher and that. So, we are coming up on, we're past the hour. Anyone else? Gloria, did you want to say, Gloria? Are you there? I've unmuted you. Gloria? Oh, we can't hear you. I'm so sorry. You can write in the chat, Renee, getting a commitment for them to watch it with a call to talk with. Yes, it's the key. And guys, again, it all comes down to your posture, and it takes practice. And I've got to tell you, I get crickets all the time. That's why I wanted to show you that interaction of, oh my God, like 8 days later, she finally, got back to me. And also the fact that I wasn't like really worried about it and focused on it because I had other people in the pipe, so you guys, we can do this. It's going to be great. Oh, here's Gloria. My equipment isn't working. Oh, dang. I can hear you all though. Okay, awesome. Oh, thank you. And Inga just shared this is the recording extension. Okay, forfeit. I'm going to go ahead and, Inga, would you mind putting that on the Isa Dream Team and Wellness Warriors?
Sure.
That would be great, right, guys? I would love that to have, because I'm always, oh, shoot. Oh, dang, and then you're like, when did it stop? You've got to re-listen, and
right.
That would be.
So when you download it to your computer from the extension, when you go to the website, you're gonna go to your Facebook Messenger, and you have to open the Messenger in a whole new window, and then you will see the mic icon on the bottom, and that is your extension. And you will press, and a little square will pop up, and it will say start recording. So you hit the record, you record it. When you stop the record, actually you can listen to it if you like it too, and then send it. So if
That's great.
Yeah, so if you like, oh my gosh, I said too much, I started, rambling on or whatever, you delete it and you re-record yourself. And it's a good practice. It's like Jen said, on our previous calls, record yourself even on the video, maybe on the phone or whatnot. But this is so sweet because, like I say, if you don't like yourself, you can re-record and send. And it goes, you can talk for 5 minutes if you want to, which is long. I mean, you can say a lot in a minute. That's what you start realizing too, that you start getting better at getting to the point, being yourself, not being weird, being light about it, because I think messaging is tough. Texting and messaging is always tough because people don't hear, they just think that you want to sell them on something.
Yeah.
Send them a
voice, your passion.
I have been loving that. So yeah, I'll share that what you told me.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks for everybody who contributed to the call. Thank you. Let's have a great week. And guys, I challenge you, I'm going to do this, to go ahead and use that verbiage, text, do the voice invitation, and, do 20 of them and just see what happens. See what happens. Let go of the outcome. Just do the activity. All right, guys, let's make it a great week. Oh, and free shipping for new enrollments.
Thanks, Heidi.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a good week.